All right, welcome, my friends. Awesome to have you over here in this super special session of our celebrity interview over here at Startup Frat. My name is Dr. Rajat Sinha. I'm the founder of Startup Frat Academy, and it gives me great and immense pleasure to interview one of our most recent red carpet celebrities, somebody who's been cracking the code on the revenue side as well as making huge contributions to their own health coaching, really creating a lot of impact. And one of the things that they have developed a methodology on how to improve the health of their clients with identity shifting is something that you absolutely need to know, you need to learn, you need to master, especially if you're a health sufferer or even a health coach. So, with that, let us welcome my good friend, Commander Uma. Let me just get him on. How do I get him on? Finally, sorry about that. They got a
Right.
new interface in Restream, so yeah, the whole thing has changed. And every time you
Not
log in, there is something new to learn. So awesome. We've got a lot of people welcoming you over here. We've got Hit Therapy who's saying good evening.
thank you.
This is Hitesh Bhatt. Okay, lovely. We've got Sundar Rajan. Good evening, all. We got Matthew Joseph. Amazing. We got Rajni Singh. We got Kamal Kotwal, good evening, good evening. Weight loss guidance, amazing. We got a bunch of weight loss coaches already. Digital Network Insider. We got Coach Uma. So we've got a person, Uma, who's on the stage, and we got a person who's in the audience. That's amazing. Sundarajan, good evening, all. So that's Malti. Okay, amazing. Kamal Kotwal, evening coach. Super to hear, Commander Sir. Amazing. Can see both legends now. Okay, thank you for that. All right, Shweta Shah, good evening. We got Isha, amazing. I'm having difficulty catching all the people now. It's coming so fast. Ajay Sarkar, we've got Manish, lovely. We've got um, Ashutosh, we've got Pradeep, we've got okay, it's coming in too fast. I'll get you all in just a minute, guys. Let's get started. We got Shravya Vashish. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for being here on time and for
Much love.
supporting the podcast. Awesome. Thank you so much, Commander Uma, for sharing your valuable time.
Thank you.
Perfect. You're in the hot seat. How's it feeling right now? Is it feeling hot?
It's amazing, Coach Rajat. I must thank you for this opportunity, and I'm really feeling very excited and grateful, especially to you and all my mentors before you who came in my life. That I'm here to share some of my experience with you, and you are the one who gave me this platform because my comeback, I literally, truly owe it to you. So heartfelt gratitude for bringing me back and deep gratitude. Thank you so much.
Amazing, man. Thank you. And what we're going to do is we are going to put you directly on the hot seat and get started. Before that, if you're watching this in our Facebook group, in the Hangout group, please can you open up a separate window on your browser and just write this link in there, startupfrat.club/allow, startupfrat.club/allow, so that I can just display your name. Otherwise, in the private group, I am unable to display your name. Lovely. So, Commander Uma, you're a health coach,
Yes.
and what exactly do you do? What is the target audience? What is the benefits you provide them? Can you just spend a few minutes on that?
Thank you, Dr. Rajat. Basically, I am Commander. Hello, everyone. I am Commander Uma Maheshwar Chand. I'm a retired naval commander with almost 30 years of naval service, but I'm here in front of you as a metabolic reset specialist. I help ladies about 35 years, women in particularly about 35 years, to reset their metabolism because body goes through a lot of changes after 35, and young working couples because I've seen many couples who are very aspiring, very ambitious, but in the run to their careers and they somewhere misalign themselves with their goals and their personal life, and that is where the stress takes in and they find it difficult to take care of their health, and that is where by the time they have all the money and career and fame, they are not able to enjoy the fruits of their hard work. So I help them to go through this journey very happily. and businessmen who have been there, done that. They did everything to provide for their loved ones, but in the turn, they lose their health over a period of time, and there's a lot of stress in their lives. So I help businessmen also. Basically, anybody who's about 35 and feels that they need something to reset in their body, which is but their body is not listening to them, then I'm here to help them.
Lovely, lovely. And I believe that you have a very, very strong origin story behind this. What was the reason that you first got very interested in the health side? What are some of the things that you have suffered personally on the health side? What is it that got you interested? So that while having that big naval career, you were also like, okay, I need to do something about this.
Yeah, health wise, because health has been one issue which has always been on center point of my life. Earlier, I have seen my mother suffering right from my childhood days. I have seen her going through a lot of personal, emotional, and medical, hardships because of her health. I was born prematurely, and thereafter, in those days, the marriages used to be very early, and she had her own issues, personal life, and so she suffered a lot of health issues because of early marriage and my birth. And thereafter, I've seen her growing many times. I used to go to hospital, but I used to feel very helpless as a child. But hats off to her, and my every day, every breath goes in deep gratitude for her for the way she brought me up. She did everything to ensure that I live a good life despite her challenges in her life. So she was the one, she has been the source and pillar of my strength all these days. And then I joined Navy because I come from a martial background. People in my family have been in armed forces. I chose Navy, and I was in Navy, which is a fit profession. And then I got into the Navy career has been a dream run, but somewhere over the time, you start losing track of things. I had very I was a avid eater, and I loved eating, so I lost track because of stress in personal life and professional work. There was so much of stress. I was in charge of many I was responsible for many things which were of huge responsibilities. So that was a time when my health took a backseat and I started gaining a lot of weight. I've been a long distance runner in my younger days, and I've been a medalist in long distance running 10,000 meters. But as I crossed 40, I realized that my methods of exercising and extreme dieting and all these things were not working. I was doing everything, but still I was gaining weight. Over a period, I lost my momentum, and I gained a lot of weight and developed a lot of metabolic issues, health issues. That was the time. I was only 45 around that time, and one day I had to be taken to the hospital, and doctor said that I'll have to be lifelong on these medications. That was somewhere around in 2016. So that was a day when I decided that no, I need to make some change in my life. So I started making changes. Made changes in my lifestyle, started understanding about food and nutrition, uh, and I got back into shape. In 6 months, I lost about 22 kgs and another 3 kgs after, a total 25 kgs. And that was the time I remembered that when I used to be child, how I used to tell my mother कि मैं आपको बिल्कुल ठीक कर दूंगा बड़ा होके. I lost her in 2011. So somewhere I realized that this was a calling for me to help other people also the way I've helped myself. And I had retired in 2018, so I took this only as my mission to help people, especially ladies, because ladies suffer a lot in silence. And while everything looks from outside, so my major clientele has been ladies and couples, because even young couples, in their ambitions and aspirations, somewhere there is a lot of misalignment in personal and social life. So that is how I took this mission, and I've been helping people. And I love money, I love business, so businessmen are my natural friends. So that's how I got these are my three main people whom I help. And I've been very lucky. Uh, people gave me a lot of love. I did a lot of certifications. I did my international certification from International Sports Sciences Association, and I was doing pretty well. I used to run a proper nutrition club, and I was doing very well. But I was this COVID happened, and I was not prepared for that because I was not a born businessman. I was a Fauji who had Josh, lot of Josh to do things. So I was not prepared for it, and that was time I was going through a lot of personal turmoil. Things happen; you can't help it. So both things came together, and I went into a deep negative vortex, and that was a time things started going bad for me, and I had a huge dip in my career, I must say, in my life rather. And I was going through a huge challenge, and coupled with COVID, it became even worse. I thought ki this is the end of it, and I have seen best of the things, and maybe there won't be any looking up. And when I lost so much of things in my business, I was not very hopeful of how the life would go. I got back into the job. I looked for a job, and thanks to my naval career and being a Fauji, government, and in this nation, Faujis are respected a lot. So I got my job in a veterans welfare community, and I started, surviving because personal issues were still going on, and every day used to be a bit of a punishment. That was a time when I came across something, because when you are going through something, God sends you people across in your life who bring you out. So that was the time I met mentors who helped me out, and I started working on myself.
Hmm.
Because this is where I realized that you may know anything, science, this, that, because a lot of
Hmm.
information, but unless you work on yourself and your traumas,
Hmm.
your personal challenges, you will
Hmm.
not be able to break through into the fitness. You will not be able to break through into proper, because I was sticking on to my old identity of struggle and
Hmm.
trauma. So I was again slipping back every time after a lot of success also.
Hmm.
Then I started, reframing my strategy, and it gave me a lot of confidence when I worked on myself for about 2.5 years, and I learned a lot of things. And then I realized there is a huge possibility to achieve my mission, where I can
Perfect.
help people so that once they become fit, they don't go back into their traumas, and they don't slip back, they don't start gaining weight back
Yeah.
again. And that's how I'm here today. You
Yeah.
know,
For
you appeared in my life. You taught me exactly how to reach out to us, because it has been, I always wanted to use internet to reach out to more people, but I was not getting it. I was not getting right. There were so many people, everybody saying, we'll do you this, we'll do that. But since the time you came in my life, you taught me about the avatar. I things just took off thanks to you, and I'm here, and it looks very achievable now.
Lovely, man. Amazing. Awesome. So, just to contextualize, because a lot of our members probably won't know about this, but we will go a little bit deeper. So, some of the things that you have mentioned is that a lot has to do with that whole identity rewiring, and again, you have had some kind of slinking back, or some something that have set you back. So, setbacks either on the health front. So earlier it was something on the health front that took you into the health journey, and then you're building the business and something else happens, and then that takes you back in business. So it's a setback on health first, then there was a setback in business, which is amazing, because both times you were able to rewire your identity, and now you got a program out of it. You know exactly how to crack the code for others, whether it is for health sufferers or health coaches. I want to go deep into that in just a second. Before that, what I want to do is I want to quickly welcome all of the people who are just commenting over here, and I want to just uh, pick it up from here. We've got Priya Ora. We've got all right. As soon as I just start picking up the comments, I start getting more comments. Okay, we've got Malti. Okay, we've got Sridhar. We've got Nazmeen who's saying very good evening. We've got Bharti Priya over here. We've got Entrepreneurs World. We've got um, uh, Swishi Wanad, amazing. We've got BR Reawakening saying good evening. We've got Mandar saying welcome. We've got Isha Mahapatra. Sundown, plate down is appropriate. No food after sunset. Okay, we'll take questions in just a second. So Isha saying, is sundown, plate down is appropriate? Is it a great way to have metabolism? We'll address the questions at the end. That's amazing. So please be on the live stream. Rocky Dilip is saying good evening. Sumit Paul is saying welcome. Kamal Kotwal is saying your support, how well put, your support is needed in today's stressful life. We got Soma, welcome, great insights. We've got Dr. Kamal, what a super mom, what a super mom. Rajendra ji, Ravi, amazing. I just want to quickly welcome all the people. And Commander, you may not be seeing all these people because I'm seeing on my end. So I just want to show you
Thank
how many people are here to learn from you today. We've got Anand, we've got somebody Kangan Colonel. Okay, lovely. We've got Hit Therapy. We've got Kamal again. We've got Sumit again. Deep respect for your mom. Amazing. Speaks volumes about your grit and determination. Transform with Saloni is here. She's amazing mission. We've got Manish. Lovely. MPTY. Surya is over here. We've got uh, Shravya over here, amazing. We've got the Amar Aura, lovely. Okay, we got Divyata, amazing. Okay, lovely. Surya is saying my dad is also ex-military. Beautiful. We've got Mandar. Okay, we will just catch your comments in just a second. I want to make sure that everybody is able to learn from Commander Uma. So, quickly, just before we go ahead and go into the depths, I just want to inform everybody who's here, especially from the Startup Fat Academy. Commander Uma's business had kind of gone down after COVID. He's also going to go a little bit into, he had some personal setbacks, and all of those emotions were running through his head. I think, in addition to COVID, all of that stuff was also instrumental in getting his business down. He's had a bounce back with 2.5 lakh rupees in revenue, which is a business relaunch. That means he said my business was down. I was unable to think big after that. I thought I'm dead. I'm finished after this. And then he was able to overcome his personal challenges and do a business relaunch. And real quick, while his main journey is with the metabolic reset side, even if you're a health coach, now he's developing his new format, which is not only can your identity rewiring help you to melt fat. So if you're a health coach, you need to learn this. If you're a health sufferer, you need to learn this. Especially if you're a health coach, you need to learn this also. You need to rewire your identity for the sake of your business as well. If you're a health coach who's having challenges in business, he has been through that whole ups and downs, and he has got this whole identity thing hands on. So now I want to go a little deep, Commander, and you tell me, what have you figured out is the relation between these emotional things and health, or these emotional things and money? What has been your learning, and how have you been able to utilize all of these things for yourself?
Uh, firstly, thank you for those lovely comments, everybody. I'm really grateful for showering so much of love and being there, and it's all thanks to you, Dr. Rajat, for providing this platform. Somebody mentioned, I was seeing the comments that you were forwarding. Somebody mentioned about, sundown, plate down, and all. That is the issue which I am addressing exactly, because whenever you speak about health, people relate it directly to the food, or weight is directly related to a plate, or diets, or calories, or exercise. This is what something which I realize that people have been misled. They are all important factors. I'm not ruling them out. They all matter a lot, but you have seen best of the people who have had all vegetarian in their life, who have followed best of the routines, but they collapse. They develop issues which are incurable at times. So there is something else, because human body is designed so well. It is a best scientific thing that's ever been created. The mechanism, the cells, the cellular structure, the energy flows that happen in the cell, the way the hormones are created, the circadian rhythm, why it has become why our body functions. Because so resetting metabolism is not limited only about your weight, or dieting. It's about you. It's about your body. That key, if you are fit in your metabolic activity, if your body is fit in its metabolic activity, it really doesn't matter what else you're happening. Everything else falls in place. The whole jigsaw puzzle you have falls in place. And that is what I have worked in last after by realize. When you rewire your identity, when you remove those traumas, when you remove those things which are triggering wrong type of hormones in your body, which are the environment. Because there are two types of barriers which people go through. One is the internal one, and there are some external barriers. External barriers are like environment, people, friends, which many a times you are not in control. Because like when a woman gets married into a new family, or a person who's in a family but feeling all alone. And the internal barriers are something which you have not been able to share through anybody, anything like you have gone through childhood. And that is causing you become successful, again you fall back, you lose weight, again you gain weight. These things are keep popping up. And I have, with due respect to everybody out there who's, helping people with a lot of nutrition, everything. Having been in that industry, I personally help a lot of people with a lot of nutrition solutions. But what I realize is that people spend money on all these things, and again they slip back and they become like that. And then they feel, oh, I lost so much. And then they lose faith in something which is good. And that is really bothering. But that is where this rewiring your identity comes in. Once you rewire your identity, then all these things help you permanently. And that is what many of the health coaches miss the point. They are not able to convey it to their this thing. I'm thankful to my mentors like you and the previous ones, who taught me exactly to shape it up this whole thing and present it, which I'm doing through my metabolic reset method. We have two systems in that: a metabolic rhythm system, because it's all about rhythm, getting back in rhythm with yourself. And when you are in harmony, the best of the scriptures, the best of the guides, the best of the personal health books, everybody says this: once you are in harmony with yourself, it becomes everything else becomes easy. So that's what is my this thing: to reset your metabolism, rewire your identity, and rise as much as you can.
Amazing, amazing stuff. That was mind blowing. And real quick, man, I'd just like to let everybody know, for the people who are consuming all of these beautiful health nuggets and even identity nuggets, chances are that when this idea is run by you, you will have further questions. And for the people who are supporting this live stream live, you can just go ahead and meet with Commander Uma one on one, especially if you have anything personal you want to share. You may not be able to ask a question over here. If there's something that is bothering you, health wise, business wise, feel free to book a slot with him. He has promised us, for the people who are with us this evening, he has some free gifts. And the gift is that his calendar is pretty busy, but he has opened few slots over the next few days. He has opened up few slots over the next few days that you can just book, and I am sharing the link with you right below, which is startupfrat.club slash cdr uma, startupfrat.club slash cdr uma. You can just feel free to book him as and when you feel that there is a certain point you need further personal clarification on. Before that, before I go to the next question, I'm just gonna quickly just welcome and honor all the people who are actively supporting the live stream. We've got Mind Blowing, Amar Aura, we've got Nooby Dooby Zoo. Amazing. Good evening, sir. I think that's your follower, Commander
That's
sir.
it.
Shravya is asking a question: how did you resolve your emotional trauma? Shravya, I think you can just grab a one-on-one with him. He'll be happy to help. He has given us few gifts. His time is obviously very valuable, so please just come, and with the focus thing, just you can just get some clarity. Okay, Monita is saying very good evening, amazing. We've got Uh, Black Eye, amazing. You got some very, very interesting people over here today. All right. Monita is saying, finding the session very interesting. Thank you so much. Amar Ora is saying, East or West, Arafat is the best. Thank you very much. We've got Partha, amazing to have you. Ravi Chandra, lovely. We've got Pradeep, Shweta, uh, Ashutosh is saying Zabardast comeback. Yes. Okay. Amar Aura is saying Amarjeet Kumar. That's amazing. Coach Umar Devenla is saying I went back to my NCC days. Awesome, man. Pradeep is here. Mandar is here. Okay. Let me just go to some of the newer joinees. We've got Shivansh. Great to have you, man. Aditya World. Okay, lovely. Let me have Jyoti Arora. Beautiful. Shivansh also has a question. How can I transform the diabetic platform? So we will be going into that. Diabetic patients. Okay, lovely stuff. Kamal Kotpal is saying harmony is the key. Amazing. Lovely. Sumit Paul is saying you really have so much of depth in your knowledge. I know why people are flocking to consult you. Okay, lovely, lovely stuff. We've got Abhayji, Abhay Kumar Sharma. Grateful to have him in my life. We've got Nasreen, amazing. Perfect. Let me see who else. Let me just get some new people also. Ashutosh is saying, guide me how modern food and disturbed routine will affect metabolic disorder. Let's go into that. Lovely, lovely. We've got Shravya is asking another question. Oh, Shravya is saying, thank you for this opportunity. We've got great salute to you, Maji. And Divyata is saying, we want to hear more from him. Yes, I'll go back to the questions. Just wanted to honor all the people who are supporting the live stream. Amazing. Let's go back, man. People want to hear more from you. So, now I just want to go a little bit into, so you've got this method where you attack directly the barriers. So whatever is the cause of the health problem, whatever the cause of the even the make money problem, now you've been through a money journey also. And there's a lot of people, health coaches in the industry and different types of coaches in the industry who are really trying to do their best, but the coaching business is fully dependent on us. And when we say us, then our emotional setup becomes the driving factor. And what you are doing over here is you're able to hit the client barriers directly. So what are some of the client barriers that you're able to identify, pinpoint, and then you go straight into solving them? So as a downstream benefit, people get the health benefit or the make money benefit. Can you go deep into that, please?
uh, what happens, Dr. Rajat, is like, people are suffering from this internal barriers, especially, you know, even before starting a program, they say कि I start a program and I always slip back. मैं ये करती हूँ और मेरा वजन फिर बढ़ जाता है. And they sort of they find it as an excuse of not doing the next thing. And it does happen. They keep running from here to there because they are not addressing the main issue, but they are trying to something which will, trying to find out some temporary formulas. And that is what, after some time, when they do 2 3 methods, they go to gym, they do a diet plan, then they go for supplementation, then do all these things, and then the reptilian starts taking over them, and they start feeling that maybe I'm not good enough. I always slip back, I'm wasting money, because these are all barriers which are deeply rewired somewhere because of the conditions that the person has gone through. And that is where, these internal barriers start taking over them. I help them to break this shame cycle. Once I start doing my processes, they become uh, it becomes very easy for them. And over the hundreds of ladies and gentlemen whom I've helped, including some of the youngsters, whom, though I'm not very old, but when I say youngsters, like people, somebody who's in colleges and all, uh, most of the people today, uh, 90%, they say, I don't have time. You just tell me what to do, I'll do that. I say it doesn't work like that way, because the external barriers, they are giving too much of importance to those barriers, and they need to understand how to break those barriers. Because
Wow.
in my journey, I have realized that we all have those same 24 hours. In these same 24 hours, I was a man who was lost, who didn't know how to manage his time, who didn't know how to eat, who didn't know what to do. And in those same 24s, the same me, I'm able to do so much now.
Wow.
So that is what exactly you need to, because everything else will remain. What matters is resetting yourself. Once you reset yourself, and resetting yourself itself means a lot of effort, which is not actually as much. So I just help them build routines, environments, and the best thing that works is the community. Initially, I have to do a lot of hand holding. बहुत बोल बताना पड़ता है, because they have so much to, somebody has to listen to them. बट देन जो एक दो लोग मिलते हैं सब, एंड देन साथ ही हाथ बढ़ाना वाला, आई ऑलवेज से दिस, आई
Yeah.
लाइक सॉन्ग, दे ऑल catch each other, and the community just takes care of itself. So it becomes amazing. I have ladies who are there with me for almost 6 years now. uh, you know they were there in my initial journey. Then during COVID also, they, even when I was down in the deepest of my this thing, one thing which I did not leave was my morning club. You know, I have been running this morning club for 6 years now, almost.
Wow. Wow.
सो दैट वाज समथिंग व्हिच आई डिड नॉट लीव. एक बंदा भी आएगा तो भी मैं हम लोग उसमें करते थे, you know, and we continued throughout. And the happy, I call it a happy morning club, because if you start your day right, your whole day will go right. So
Yeah.
that's how what we do in happy morning club. And right now we are on a yoga spree, so we do a lot of yoga classes and all. So at the happy morning club I continued that way. And in this, I realized how to rebuild my business, because today the health coaches are suffering from a big stigma is of duplication.
Yeah.
Some words have been fed to them. You have to do exactly. You have to just duplicate the system. You have to do only this. You have to do only that. And you only, this is the only way to do it. This is how the system is built. But world is fast changing. You know, uh, yes, people have been successful and very, very successful with the old methods. But then today we are changing very fast. People know about everything. What will you want to teach them? While talking to you, he'll go somewhere and he'll ask you 10 other questions about the same subject, because everything is available on off the cuff. So, but what is not available to people is that how to regulate what they are going through, how to improve their sleeps, how to rebuild the confidence, you know how to have a sustainable routine, you know and whatever you can do if you are carrying some guilt or something, because for years, sometime you become successful out of anger, the way I did, like, because I saw my
Wow.
mother suffering from a lot of things. So I went, I had kuch bhi ho main karke dikhaunga. I did it. I became very, life has been a dream run for me since the time I joined Navy. I used to do everything, and I really had a good time. But again you will slip back sometime, then you start feeling, then again you realize, oh, aisa hi tha ye. So this seesaw that happens, there's ups and downs which are happening. If you are able to handle it, then you start rising. There's no, what I went through, this figure whatever you gave, it was only for 100 days. It was in a 100 days
Oh, it's
period.
a 100-day run. Wow, that's nice. That's a 3 month. Lovely, man.
you know and
What a
how busy I have been, and out of that almost about 20-25 days I was completely, but thanks to your techniques, uh, I could get almost, and a lot of love I'm getting from community. My viewership has gone very high, my membership has gone very high because of the techniques that you have taught. So I'm helping people to understand, and I help them to implement these things. Many a times what happens, they, everybody has a different level of understanding. So I do a lot of hand holding to the business people, where I help them implement the things the way I've been able to implement learning from you. So that is helping business coaches a lot. There is a challenge where there are uplines, like, matlab, there is an industry where you have this upline downline. Even if you are independent and solopreneur, you don't know how to go about it. So I help them to set up things, and
yeah.
it's really helping people. And I'm very glad and happy that, when people send me comments and all, I'm thankful to God that I'm here, and I'm thankful to people like you who are appearing in my life at the right time to take this forward.
Man, some serious nuggets you dropped. The biggest one was, if your success has come from anger, angry young man who has made it happen, then guaranteed you're going to have a downswing, and then you will have to resolve and then you will come back. So that's amazing. I mean, everybody needs to hear that today. For the people who are watching, man, you're damn lucky that you're hearing this, because I am learning something new over here. And in the words that you just mentioned, I don't think anyone in the industry has been able to nail it like you have. Second was that a lot of times people have been brought by a certain system into the business, which is amazing. But then they are taught that this is the only way, or this is the replication system, or whatever it is, which is amazing, definitely. But there are many different modalities in which you have to go. And the third thing you said was that we can add on things from the outside, and that will help you with, let's say, a weight loss or a metabolic problem. But unless you have that thing coming from inside, which is what happens through your system of identity rewiring, then that thing will not be sustainable. So a lot of people now, even health coaches, are facing this problem, like you said, that the prospect is smart. So they're like, okay, listen, man, I know that I'm going to go through something, I'm going to drop my weight, and then I'm going to come right back. So like, what happens then? And now the health coaches are trying to just kind of solve that problem by saying, no, no, if you stay with me and all that. The point is, prospect is smarter than us. And your answer to that is, of course, if you layer on something external and you get the benefit, that benefit is going to go. And it's not until you have it from internal rewiring that it's going to stay.
Exactly. That's what it's been my realization always.
Deadly, man. Deadly, deadly, Commander Uma, man. What a show. What a show, man. Insane. And I will just quickly go for some more comments that are coming in. What about metabolic reset for non-Indians who eat non-Indian foods? Okay, no worries. That's a good question. We've got Bharti Priya saying true. Rajendra ji is saying, good evening. How do you relate your new identity with your company's ethical obligations and managing nutritional curve? That's a good question. We got Transform with Saloni, very, very inspiring. We got Sundarajan. Do you also teach them to manage your time? Yes, that's another point that I missed. Commander Uma is working from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So 12 hours, he's literally working full time. And in his part time, which is after 9 p.m., and whatever he does before 9 a.m., in those few fringe hours, he's been able to clock 2.5 lakh rupees in 3 months. He's got a very, very active online nutrition club with, I think, 40, close to 40 people, probably even more now that you're into mass marketing. So 40 people, super engaged community, super hot, very, very tight, like a family. And yeah, Saloni is saying very inspiring. Okay, Sundarajan saying, how do you plan to? Yeah, so let's go into those questions. Ishan Mohapatra, as young people do they need to understand and overcome internal barriers as a lifestyle change? Lovely. Kamal Kotwal, heartwarming ritual of meeting your tribe in the morning club. Lovely. Falguna Rao is here. Uh, Great to hear the concept in a different way. Lovely. We've got Sundarajan saying very encouraging. We've got Ayan, great to have you. And Ayan is saying, great to hear you, Uma sir. Um, Coach Uma Devendra is saying, can I run FB ads? Amazing. I'll let Commander Uma answer that. Mandar is saying friends on the same mission are so helpful. So let's crack into it now, Commander Uma. Uh, what is your view of the industry? So I'd just like to combine some of the questions together. What is your view of the industry? What is the future for health coaches? How do they integrate other things like identity shift and probably time management that you mentioned in their coaching program? And many of our viewers, my viewers, are already working with a certain company. So certain company, if they formed a nutrition club or something, probably the company has some guidelines. So how does all of this integrate? What is the future? Why does the old system you think doesn't work? Why is the new system better? And what's the thing with the industry? Where is it headed? So over to you, sir.
Thank you. That's a great question, and uh, I would like to answer it in all honesty. And there was somebody who said that ki ethical values about the thing. That is the main thing. What happens is that especially health coaches, they get health benefit, and they're very honest about it. you know so there is nothing unethical about people, but they get so bogged down by the processes and the way to work, and they're not allowed to move here and there. कि बोला कि you otherwise you will be left alone. Then you are wondering what's happening, मैंने क्या गलती किया. So as far as ethical thing is, I have only one thing to say. If you are true to yourself, there is nothing unethical about it. If you love something and you're doing it in a right manner, there is nothing unethical about it. Everybody will respect that. All companies, all the companies which are doing well, they do ethical business. Absolutely. Rest everything what is being told by others, and who may not have that opportunity that you are watching this today, who may not have the same opportunity to have somebody like Dr. Rajat in your life. So if you're watching this program today, I'm telling you, it's a sign by the universe that you have a chance to rebuild yourself. Because when I started rebuilding, I actually met Dr. Rajat online almost 2 years back. That time, because I was in such a this thing and I was on my own journey, I knew that I have his answers, but I was not. I was in a I was deep down there. So वहां से मैं ऐसे देखता था डॉक्टर राजत को. But when I held myself last year June, I came back from a program, and then I contacted again, and there have been no looking back after that, because whatever he has taught. Because first thing is that कि इतने पिट चुके हैं ना हम, ऐसा लगता है कि can I start again? Can I do all that again? People will laugh at me कि you're doing same thing again. I went through that. When I restarted, people said, फिर से. I said, no problem. I'm going to show you, you know and it really happened. Though I'm smiling now, and earlier also Dr. Raja said it's amazing he went down, and but that time it used to be very bad. So I don't know if I can start again is one thing which holds a lot of people. So I got a lot of clarity, and that is what, once I got this clarity, my identity and my mission about it's not very difficult to reinvent yourself.
Wow, man.
It becomes a natural process. So bringing that clarity becomes very important in your life. Most of the time, when you become a health coach, you sell away yourself to your people. It's not required. Because many health coaches I have come across who talk to me, they say कि वो मेरी बात नहीं मानते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता, ऐसा नहीं होता. Because but then you need to understand you have your own identity. You don't have to sell away yourself for everything. Your business will grow when you are strong enough, and that will only happen once you reset your identity, which you want to become something like that what you are already seen, but you're not able to catch it. Somewhere this clarity has to come. So I help people, this thing. Then people get into in this key, I don't know about online, how to communicate, how to build things online. Actually, it is very simple. And Dr. Coach, Dr. Rajat, you have made it far more simpler for me. And that's what, and many people whom I've seen, in the mornings, I see the way you are helping people, and the way you're helping them to grow online. So that is what we are creating, a new universe within itself, a universe within a universe. So I'm really grateful to you. It became very easy for me to communicate things. When the clarity came, you automatically communicate better, and communicating, how to communicate your value online. That becomes you, because you are not in front of the person, and there are a lot of barriers. Sometimes people don't even switch on camera. But then I started feeling very confident online, and how to stand your power, how you can stand your power when you're not getting bogged down by whether somebody is listening to you or not listening to you, what is happening, how to put across your expertise. These were the barriers which I was facing. I used to feel कि जैसे आदमी सामने मिलता है वैसे ही ऑनलाइन पे वो रिस्पॉन्ड करेगा, ऐसा होता नहीं है शुरू में. But once you learn this thing, it becomes very easy how to start communicate online things. And third thing which bothers people is that is like somebody said about and doing everything online or ourselves. You try to fight it all by yourself. It's not possible. It's actually not possible unless you have right type of tools and support. About them, they all work for you. As Coach Rajat clearly said, I work with a very prestigious organization, and I'm grateful to the government that they entrusted me with this great responsibility. I'm into a veterans welfare where I'm looking after almost welfare of almost 30,000 people with few other officers of my team
Wow.
across the state of UP. So it's a very demanding job, and I'm quite busy there. But with whatever I have learned in last few months, it has helped me to manage this time very well. So I'm not doing it all alone. It is a system which is helping me. The systems and tools that are helping me, and the techniques that I have learned how to do it online, and I'm helping my people to learn that now. So that way I help many people come to me. I tell them what exactly I put it, and it's very easy. Let me tell you, it's very easy. Other way, like I shared with Dr. Rajat, as to how I leveraged my time, where I created almost 3-4 hours a job in a matter of half an hour, 40 minutes, 40-45 minutes. So things are available for you to do that.
Man, this is insane management of time, tools, personal confidence, personal mission. Man, if everybody who's watching, man, if he can do it now, none of us have any excuse why we cannot do it. And amazing. I just want to quickly, while the ticker is running, startupfrat.club/Commander Uma, you want to meet him, just go ahead, meet with him. He's not really available otherwise, but for the people who are supporting this live stream, very generously opened up his calendar for few slots. We've got uh, Mandaru saying, you said it, copycat marketing is bombarded by the industry. Kamal Kotwal is saying, warrior, you are. Lovely, your positive, powerful energy is bursting through the screen. Matthew is saying, pain isn't the problem. Amazing. The story you repeat about it is. Yeah. And that just reminds me, Commander Ruma, you had also put in a truth bomb, which is most people are more interested in defending their barriers. That I forgot to write that down, defending their barriers when you meet them first. You gotta be very clear about that, because otherwise what is going to happen is whatever you're saying, whatever solution you're giving, it's just going to become Q&A. It's going to become like a podcast where two people are just talking. Nobody's getting impacted, nobody's changing their identity. And you got to understand that when people come to you for the first time, they are going to defend their problems, and you got to know that and just operate directly at the identity level. Bharti is saying true again. And Sundaraj is saying, we should copycat your attitude for sure.
All
Super talk with Commander Sir. Amazing. Real quick, before we thank you for your time, you've been here almost an hour. You've given so much of private slots to people. Thank you for that. What were the things about Startup Frat that truly two or three things that you feel made the difference? You've given me a lot of compliments. I thank you for that. But for the people who are probably watching for the first time, what were the two or three things that helped you make, like you said, at the end it became very simple? What were the three things that help you make it very simple?
First is the clarity. You brought in a lot of clarity as to how to communicate my idea to the people. I was communicating the idea which was outdated to the people. I was spending a lot of money on ads. I was spending a lot of efforts in marketing. I was not getting those type of results because people were not understanding what I am saying, that because you were sounding like everybody else. It was a cacophony among many of them. So you made me stand out. Thank you so much. uh, I'm telling the same thing, but in the right manner now, so that people understand. So that gave me a lot of leverage over many of my people who are in the same industry. That was one great thing. And one thing is that in this whole, the moment you start scrolling, people will say how to win over meta ads, how to set up automation, this, that. There are so many things available. They confuse you so much. You don't know how to put them together. Like जैसे कार होती है या कोई भी चीज होता है, it has got so many different parts and everything needs to be assembled in a proper manner to take it forward. And that's what you had told me in the beginning. Exactly, I'm able to put everything, and now I'm on the highway. So we are moving that way. So the launchpad helped me in that manner. The things which you taught us, taught me, has helped me, and the way you're teaching others, I see the way community is growing and it is helping. Hats off to you. Initially, I had the same challenges, but then I said, you can't keep talking about only that. You got to do when you have so much of uh, clear thing that this is how it is to be done. Yeah, I don't think it can become better than that. I'm here. If anybody is still, I can make it simpler for them that way.
Okay, yeah, we have a lot of comments from veterans, by the way. We've got Shivasha Yogshala, welcome, welcome. Kangan Colonel is saying, wow moment for me as a veteran. Despite being so busy yourself, you're also helping other veterans. That's amazing. You've got, is business a difficult space because of the fairness ingrained in 4Gs? We've got, do you also run an offline nutrition club? What I would recommend everybody does is we have taken a lot of his time, and I think everybody will agree he has given his best, because some of the things he has helped everyone realize, including me. I'm also feeling like I'm walking away with lots and lots of value, probably worth tens of thousands of rupees, just by seeing Commander Uma share his energy, and by just attacking the main point. Like, this is the main point. Okay, on the health side as well as on the money side, I would recommend, if you want further clarity, if you just want to connect with him, especially veterans and all, just want to connect, startupfrat.club/cdr uma, startupfrat.club/cdr uma, and you can just go ahead and connect with him. Startupfrat.club/commander uma. Feel free to take 20 minutes, and yeah, also respect his time, because all of this he's doing in a complimentary fashion, just for the guests of this podcast. Yes, Uma sir, anything from your side, sir?
Thank you so much, Dr. Rajat. I will open up some more slots, some time blocks, because this today's event and because this overwhelming participation and encouragement that I have received. And everybody, anybody who's there who wants to connect with me, Dr. Rajat has shared the slide. Come over, and I'm here to help you, and I'll be more than happy to do that. You have my word, you have a word of a 4G, and you have a backup of a system, something like Startup Frat. Just drop in a word that I was there in your that podcast today, and you will get amazing this thing experience. I promise you that.
Amazing, deadly, deadly. Thank you so much, Commander Saab, and thank you for your time. We will let you go. I know you have a big community to support, and you have your professional obligations. In spite of that, you were able to give time. That too on a working day. Really appreciate that. Thanks for all the
So much. I wish you all a very happy weekend. God bless you. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Stay healthy, stay happy. All that is that I can be you. Keep your identity for the people who are here. It's going to be so many. Thank you, Dr. Rajat. Thank you for everything.